Join with me now, as you are able, in singing the gathering hymn. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Welcome. I am Mary Anne Bowie of our worship committee. We are in charge of the service when our settled minister, the Reverend J. Wolin, is not in the pulpit. We invite guest speakers to fill in, and we work with them to craft the Sunday service. Today, we welcome to our pulpit the Reverend Arthur Jones III, minister and worship leader of the Unitarian Universalist congregation of Fort Myers. We especially want to welcome our visitors, both on campus and on live stream. We invite our visitors to participate in any of our events. We welcome visitors to find out more about us and Unitarian Universalism by registering on our virtual guest book, which you can find via a link on the homepage of our website at uusrq.org. If you are in person, there is a sign-up sheet for visitors at the welcome table. If you do, we will send you our weekly newsletter. Too bad it's not a newspaper, right? And Zoom links to our virtual events. We invite you to join us for coffee and conversation after the service. We look forward to getting to know each of you. And now Mary Lou will give us some special announcements.
Thank you, Mary Anne. Today there will be a potluck after the service, and even if you haven't brought anything, we always have plenty to eat. It's like the fish and loaves. And next week, we're going to have a special potluck. The Green Team is sponsoring a special potluck from 12 till 1, and then at 1 o'clock, we're going to have this climate action. It's in your handout here, the Climate Future Film Festival. It's a mini film festival that features 10 different short films. So it's going to be about a 2-hour program from 4 continents that invite inspiration, conversation, and hope around climate change. So we're going to set, the first part is going to be next Sunday at 1 p.m., and the second part, and a potluck before it, will be on Sunday, May 17th, so a month apart. So, yes. And also, I've been asked to point out that we're having a Support Our Schools Public Education Advocacy Forum next Saturday here from 9 to 3 p.m. And this is going to be a big deal. There's, in August, we're having an election on the school board. So this is an important advocacy forum. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, we have a special clip from a Miami TV station, WPLG, Channel 10, from March 29th, 2 weeks ago. Klaus, can you run the video?
Well, Alligator Alcatraz is back in the news tonight as Local 10's Byron Tollefson reports a federal judge has ordered the state to give detainees there more access to their lawyers.
Like every Sunday, dozens drove all the way out here to the middle of the Everglades, some getting on a bus to make sure that they could pray together for those inside Alligator Alcatraz.
Shut it down.
Even with rain pouring down, advocates continuing their months-long demands for Alligator Alcatraz to close, calling the conditions inhumane inside the immigration detention facility in the Everglades. The group says this is the 35th Sunday in a row they've held a prayer vigil across from the entrance to Alligator Alcatraz. They're praying for those inside.
We're here for our brothers and sisters across the street to affirm their humanity, to let them know they're not forgotten.
This comes as the American Civil Liberties Union celebrates what it calls a major victory for inmates' legal rights. Friday, a federal judge ruled that federal immigration officials must give detainees better access to their lawyers. Attorneys can now see their clients without an appointment during visiting hours only. Inmates will also have more phones to contact them.
That's a relief. Obviously, it's long overdue. I just hope that the powers that be that will adhere to the judge's ruling, and so that they will be able to meet with their lawyers.
Last August, a district court judge ordered this facility to close within 60 days, but the following month, a federal appeals court overturned that decision, allowing Alligator Alcatraz to remain open. We're outside Alligator Alcatraz. Byron Tollefson, Local 10 News.
Thank you. Now, Reverend Jones has been very instrumental in those 35 weeks of vigils, so we thank him for that. Reverend Jones currently serves as the minister and worship leader at the Unitarian Universalist congregation of Fort Myers. He is also a spiritual care counselor and chaplain at Hope Healthcare Chapter's Health Systems Joanna's House facility in Bonita Springs. Reverend Jones is happily married to the Reverend Jenny Scott Jones, who serves as priest and pastor at Iona Hope Episcopal Church in Fort Myers, Florida. Together, they are the proud parents of a 4-year-old son and a 2-year-old daughter. Reverend Jones was licensed and ordained as a minister in the Missionary Baptist Church in March of 2010. He was later ordained as an Episcopal deacon in January of 2018 and ordained as an Episcopal priest in June of 2019. He has also served as an interim pastor in both the Lutheran Church and the Presbyterian Church. Reverend Jones told me now, finally in Fort Myers, finally as a Unitarian Universalist minister, for the first time he's been able to mention from the pulpit that he's actually a Reiki healing master. We welcome you today, Reverend Jones, to share all the parts of you with all the parts of us. Okay, now we'll have some wonderful special music by Fred Sirasky.
Life is not a highway filled with flowers, still it holds a goodly share of bliss. When the sun gives way to April showers, here's the point that you should never miss. Though April showers may come your way, they bring the flowers that bloom in May. So if it's raining, have no regrets, because it isn't raining rain, you know, it's raining violets. And when you see clouds upon the hills, you soon will see crowds of daffodils. So keep on looking for the bluebird and listening for his song whenever April showers come along.
In any nonviolent campaign, there are 4 basic steps: collection of the facts to determine whether injustices exist, negotiation, self-purification, and direct action. In his letter from the Birmingham jail, Reverend Martin Luther King then goes on to explain, actually, we who engage in nonviolent direct action are not the creators of tension. We merely bring to the surface the hidden tension that is already alive. We bring it out in the open, where it can be seen and dealt with, like a boil that can never be cured so long as it is covered up, but must be opened with all its ugliness to the natural medications that are of light and air. Injustice must be exposed with all the tension its exposure creates to the light of human conscience and the air of national opinion before it can be cured. Now we're going to light the chalice. As we light the chalice, please join me now in affirming our value of interdependence, which is printed in your order of service and is displayed on the screen behind me. Interdependence. We honor the interdependent web of all existence and acknowledge our place in it. Thank you, Catherine. And now we'll have our story.
Good morning, everyone. Today's story is Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Andrea and illustrated by Guy Parker Reese. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing and the rhinos rocked and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel. And 8 baboons, they teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. So Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor. But as the lions saw him coming, they soon began to roar, "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald!" The animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. The moon was so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket, who had seen Gerald earlier on. "But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." And with that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hoof had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing round. He threw his legs sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I'm dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. I'm dancing," Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. We'll go to the next page. I forgot to put that one in there. Go to the next page. There we go. They shouted, "It's a miracle. We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer we've ever seen." "How do you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and he looked up at the moon and stars above. "We can all dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." The end. So, Gerald's resilience came from finding out who he was and not anything keeping him down. No, it wasn't always easy, but sometimes the right words from someone else can be the trigger to give us the different perspective or the encouragement to keep reaching for a goal. So look around. We all can use words of encouragement today. Help someone to find their inner resilience, especially in the face of so much chaos and change in our world. I now invite children and youth to join their teachers in their classrooms to build community and find ways to save our planet. And if you're new here, just follow me. Thank you.
This morning, I'm feeling happy today. Gonna pack my cares in a whistle and blow them all away. What if I've been unlucky, really haven't a thing? There's a time I always feel happy as a king. When the red, red robin comes bobbing along. There'll be no more sobbing when he starts throbbing his old sweet song. Wake up, you sleepyhead. Get up, get up, get out of bed. Cheer up, the sun is red. Live, love, laugh and be happy. What if I've been blue? Now I'm walking through fields of flowers. Rain may glisten, but still I listen for hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song when the red, red robin comes bobbing along.
We are so lucky to have Fred with us this morning, right? My centering words are words that you will memorize, whether you want it to or not, because you will not forget these words. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. And that is my religion. A lot of people think about grit and resilience as having the ability to push through tough times to get to where you want to go. But the truth is, it's more about having a strong sense of purpose to pull you towards your ultimate goal. When you view challenges or setbacks in light of that all-important goal, they start feeling much smaller, sometimes almost irrelevant, in light of your bigger commitments. Fred.
many kinds of riches, but only one of them is gold. The wealth you miss, remember this: worthwhile things cannot be bought or sold. The moon belongs to everyone. The best things in life are free. The stars belong to everyone. They gleam there for you and me. The flowers in spring, the robins that sing, the sunbeams that shine, they're yours, they're mine, and love can come to everyone. The best things in life are free.
Everyone, good morning. I am very happy to be here. It is a privilege and an honor to be standing in this lovely place. I bring you warm tidings and greetings and love and peace from Fort Myers and your brothers and sisters there. As a Unitarian minister, my goal every Sunday is to preach a sermon that is aspirational, motivational, and inspirational. My intention each Sunday is to offer congregants a message that can power you through your trials, your tribulations, your temptations, and your times of trouble. It is my mission every single time I stand behind a sacred podium such as this to deliver to you and for you a homily that has as its foundation the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me, serene creator and divine mystery. In my not so humble opinion, virtually anything and everything can potentially serve as an inspiration for a sermon. Such inspiration can come from a poem, a short story, a Bible verse, a movie, a set of song lyrics, a statement from a thought leader, something said by a respected member of clergy, a quote from a historical figure, or even a wise piece of advice from a family member or a trusted friend. It is readily apparent and abundantly self-evident that the postmodern world in which we live and work and worship and play is a straight-up red-hot mess. We are clearly in a time of transition, a paradoxical era, an oxymoronic cycle of breaking news and developing stories. The old is passing away. And when I say old, I am referring to groups and systems and corporations. I'm talking about institutions and societal norms and standard operating procedures, our laws and rules of conduct. What was once universally accepted as tried and true is no longer tried and definitely no longer true. What used to be wrong is now considered right, and vice versa. What used to be illegal is now considered perfectly legal, and vice versa. What used to be indecent is now treated as decent, and vice versa. Meanwhile, the concept of freedom and justice for all has all but been replaced by the mantra chanted by the famous, the rich, and the powerful, just us. Maybe it's me, but it feels as if no one is truly safe. Not domestically in our own community, not in our towns and cities, not in our state, and not even internationally for too many Americans. This seems especially true for anyone who is not white, male, cisgender, powerful, and or rich. Resilience was the theme recently at my home congregation. Resilience is more than just another multisyllabic word beginning with the consonant R, although this sermon contains a few of those. Simply stated, resilience means moving forward, no matter what. For the past several months, my mother, Dr. Hazel T. Jones, has been battling stage 4 cancer back in my hometown of Thomasville, Georgia. Although she and my father, Arthur Jones Jr., have been relying heavily on their faith, it has been a real emotional roller coaster for them both. I am blessed to be very close to both my parents. My mama is a fighter. Weeks ago, when I wrote this particular sermon, I found myself in need of something special in terms of inspiration. A new Tao, a proverbial jolt that might lift my own vibrational frequency high enough to write something worthy of this congregation and worthy of this sacred time and space. Then I remembered a particular quotation from the 2006 motion picture entitled Rocky Balboa. In a heartfelt conversation with his beloved son, Robert Jr., Robert Balboa Sr., aka Rocky, had a conversation with his son on what appeared to be a very cold night in downtown Philadelphia. To his son, Rocky said these words, "Let me tell you something you don't already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you're hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward, that's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth, but you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers and saying, you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that." Sylvester Stallone wrote those words for his famous character, Rocky. I realized that Mr. Stallone's real-life political stance differs greatly from Rocky's fictional political stance, but that's fine. In America, we can still agree to disagree. Rocky exemplifies resilience, endures the challenges of life, and takes personal responsibility instead of simply blaming other people for his problems. Rocky offers both an old-school mentality and an old-school approach to these existential questions. In an imperfect life within which we will surely get hit by blows, both expected and unexpected, how do we respond? How do we recover? And how can we be resilient time and time and time again? With those questions at the forefront of your minds, today's sermon is entitled Embodying Resilience, the Tao of Rocky Balboa. Please allow me to lift up 2 points for your spiritual consideration. First point, in your friendships and relationships, embodying resilience means engaging in reconciliation. We are defined by our loved ones and defined by those who inhabit our inner circle. Our friendships and our relationships are, in reality, covenants, unwritten rules of mutual engagement and development and growth. These are the people we choose to invest our time, our talents, and our treasure in. These are the individuals we lean on, learn from, and laugh with. We listen to them, love them, and share our lamentations and life lessons with them. And they do the same with us. We would give our lives to protect these cherished ones without hesitation or explanation. We know that friendships and relationships are very much like beautiful flowers. If we feed them and water them, they will bloom. If we don't, then they won't. Our friendships and relationships last for reasons and seasons. They cannot last forever because we as human beings are liminal, not eternal. We are imperfect, not perfect. As a direct result of our imperfections, from time to time, our relationships and friendships will suffer blows. They will be tested. Problems will occur. Opinions will differ. Tempers will flare. Words will be exchanged. Feelings will be hurt. And when all these adverse conditions come to pass, and they will, what should your response be? Can you take a metaphorical punch? Fight or flight? Role model Rocky would instruct you to fight to preserve what you have built up over time. Rocky would tell you that when things go wrong, to find that friend or family member or significant other, sit down with him or her and humble yourself. Do and or say whatever is necessary to make things right. Apologize. Make amends. It is always better to be in right relationship than simply to be right. Go the extra step of reminding him or her how much they mean to you. Then hug it out. Or dap it out. And if you don't know what dapping is, please see me after the service. I can explain it to you. I can show you how to do dapping properly. Rocky's aforementioned solutions are called something else in the Bible, reconciliation. Reconciliation is the restoration of mutual affection, equity, respect, and trust. Reconciliation can only be achieved through love in general and forgiveness in particular. Rocky would climb any mountain, anywhere, anytime, for anyone he loves. And the Tao of Rocky would urge you to be prepared to do the very same. That brings me to my second and final point. In your own health and wellness, embodying resilience requires committing fully to regeneration. Individually and collectively, although we know how vitally important our health is, we typically fall into old habits and practices, whether those habits and practices are beneficial to us or not. We drink, we smoke, and some of us have in the past dabbled with mind-altering substances. We don't rest enough, we don't eat well, and we allow ourselves to get bogged down by all types of stress. Mamas like drama, and dads stay mad. We don't exercise enough. We don't go to the doctor as often as we should, and we sometimes remain silent when something feels or seems off with our bodies. We occasionally forget that we all have multiple bodies, a mental one, a physical one, an emotional one, and a spiritual one. We may focus on the wellness of one of those and neglect the rest. We may let social media trends and other misinformation readily found on the internet dictate our health options. Then we dare to be confused whenever we receive notification of a legitimate medical issue. Our old friend Rocky lived in the gym. He sparred in the ring often, jumped rope, ran, did push-ups and sit-ups and chin-ups faithfully. He hit the punching bag, hit the speed bag, practiced his footwork, shadow boxed, and engaged in countless regimens of physical fitness. Of course, all his hard work paid off. Rocky possessed amazing stamina, profound physical strength, mental acuity, and strategy, not to mention a chiseled physique. He knew that even an Italian stallion needed to strictly adhere to the advice of doctors and nurses. Rocky maintained a sensible diet, He avoided adult beverages and other vices. While he worked hard to minimize stress in his life, he also developed smart methods to deal with stress whenever and wherever it occurred. Rocky never took good health for granted. Let's get back to you, though. If and when you receive notice of an adverse condition within one of your bodies, mental, physical, spiritual, or emotional, knowing sooner or later that you will, how will you respond? Fight or flight? Are you prepared to take that figurative punch to your midsection? Adversity is naturally occurring in this life. Blows will be thrown at us all frequently, from all angles, jabs, right crosses, and haymakers. Haymakers are the biggest punches, the most powerful punches, the worst punches, like death, divorce, self-doubts, illness, and loneliness. Now, some of those punches will miss, but others will connect. Some punches can be countered or dodged or absorbed. Others can be blocked or deflected. But take it from me, taking a punch hurts. It sucks. Which is why before every single boxing match, no matter where it takes place, the referee offers both fighters this divine counsel: keep your hands up and protect yourself at all times. If a blow happens to lay you low, can you get back up? Will you get back up? Because your loved ones, your community, your congregation, your city, and yes, this minister, all need your answer to those questions to be a resounding yes. The Most High also wants your answer to be yes. When you are down, get up. Rise to your feet. Face your trial, your tribulation, your temptation. Get ready. Be steady, like a rock, or like a Rocky. Rocky's spiritual religious practice all point to his belief in regeneration. If you notice in the various Rocky movies, there are, if you will pardon the expression, signs. Rocky receiving a blessing from his Catholic priest, or Rocky making the sign of the cross upon his body in the ring corner at the beginning of every one of his matches. Practicing regeneration means actively working to add new life to something dormant, bringing new energy and new methodologies to something stagnant. You could conceivably call either of those activities renewal or restoration. I call it new life. I also call it renewed health. Regeneration comes in 3 basic steps: learn, unlearn, and relearn. Those steps are applicable to our lives and applicable to our health and our well-being. Rocky viewed his physical body as a temple, and the Tao of Rocky would strongly encourage you to treat your own bodies in very similar fashion. To me, it is no mystery why Rocky Balboa is one of the most beloved characters in the history of cinema. How could he not be? He embodies not only resilience, but also restoration, regeneration, renewal, and reconciliation. Rocky is decent, patient, and kind. His theme song itself is an anthem uniquely suited to serve as a soundtrack for getting into some pretty good trouble, just like our brothers and sisters up in Minneapolis. It is a musical prompt to fight for what is right, to shine as beacons of light perpetual in a deep sea of darkness, and to serve as vessels of peace in chaos. If a shark stops swimming in the ocean depths, it will die. Period. End of story. Swimming pushes oxygen into a shark's gills. Not swimming leads directly to suffocation. So for sharks, resilience is literally and actually the difference between life and death. I'm not asking any of you to lay hands in anger on anyone, anywhere, for any reason. I would never ask that of you. It is time, however, for our current federal administration to be reminded of the incredible power we, the people, truly have. Together, we can affect tremendous change. If I may quote the late, great Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the civil rights champion, from one of his most memorable sermons: if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving. I say again, resilience means moving forward no matter what. In an often confusing and conflicted world, let's touch and agree to embody resilience by following the Tao of Rocky instead of following so-called leaders who only use their heads for hat racks. Thank you for the privilege of your attention. Power to the people. Blessed be.
That was the offertory, in case you didn't notice. I didn't get to announce it, so you missed that. But now we're going to have our closing hymn, which is "Your People Are My People. Where you go, I will go."
Where you go, I will go.
else was perfect. So, Reverend Arthur, well, how about our closing word?
Be of good courage. Search all things and hold fast to that which is good. Render unto no one evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted, support the weak, help the afflicted. Love all women, love all men, love all children, love all souls, serving the divine and rejoicing in the power of life. Blessed be.
Now let us extinguish the chalice with the words written in your order of service.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
All right. Thank you all.